Think we're started live in 3, 2. Alrighty then. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. It is June 1st, 2026, and we commence another edition of our Monday night online open mic presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. That's right, we are live and alive in 915 El Paso, Texas, EP. My name is Rich. I'll be MC and host today, and we're coming to you, like I said, from El Paso, Texas. But because this is online and because of the magic of technology, we are going to be having people join us from all over the country, all over the world. Of course, this is like any other open mic, except it's online. So if you do want to perform, the link to sign up will be in the description of the video. We have a pretty healthy looking list today, so we're going to be traveling all over and giving people an opportunity to do their thing, whether it be original poetry, old and new, or cover poems. If you're a musician, if you sing, if you do a cappella, if you play instrumental, then this is your stage. I definitely encourage everyone to share before or after you perform your social media pages or Linktree, places where we can like find your work, support you online. Those of you who've been here before, which is pretty much all of you, kind of know the drill. As always, though, if you are in the El Paso region, you can check us out several times a week each month, including this week. We will be downtown El Paso Tuesday at Rosewood Bar. That's our Verse and Harmony open mic hosted by Dorimar. Sign up for that starts at 8 p.m. Show for that starts after 9 p.m. The show starts after 9. Sign up is at 8. That's kind of one of our late shows, but they're always fun. There's food as well, so if you haven't eaten, you can get some food and enjoy the performances. We've had one of the dance instructors, dance professors, come out and doing a bunch of tap dance routines. It's always a whole lot of fun. Wednesday, we have Storycraft. That's at Crown of Crows, hosted by our friend Fernando Antonio Montejano, aka the King Grizz. He hosts one of our morning radio shows here in the city. And I think that's it for this week. But as always, I encourage you guys to check out the website. We currently just finished our Substack. Something that we're trying to do is a monthly kind of contest, and we just posted the winners for May, including some of our commentary. I think it was a dual winners this time around because we split the vote as hosts. All the hosts are judges, and leaving some commentary. But with that said, thanks for everyone who's tuning in. If you are an EPCC student looking for Tejano passport credit, then just let us know in the live comments. But there's also directions in our description. You can find all sorts of other cool things in the description, including our social media and how to purchase your very own BWOMS t-shirt, bringing them back. I have a few more that I'll be carrying with me to live events if you guys want to buy them in person. But you can also, like I said, find a link to sign up. Otherwise, if you're just here to watch, we appreciate that so much. It's important to have listeners and viewers. The more you interact with the video, like the video, leave a comment, share it. The more you interact, it gets pushed out to more people. So something that helps us too is if you're just in the live chat, I'll give you guys shout outs. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. And as we've done many, 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 many times before, we're going to kick it off in Denver. We have Michael Sindler. So, Mike, when you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, should be unmuted here. Thank you, Richie. Great to be here as always. Good to see the gang. Start out as I so often pretty much always do with a call out to lighthouseriders.org. And I'm not kidding you, people. There's like some amazing, amazing things that are going to be coming up in just a couple weeks at Lit Fest that should really check out. So that being said, this is my first open mic of the month, and so I'm glad to start it out by doing one to sort of celebrate Pride Month, called Are Meryl and Chip Still Standing? Meryl, I placed you first, then placed the more diminutive chip beside you. Your namesake was still alive, while the other chip had already withered before our eyes until finally fading. Both honorees are now long gone, and I wonder if you both remain. I planted you two close together, twin Japanese maples with florid red jagged edge leaves, somewhat similar to the illicit weed you raised in your basement grow space, much to the chagrin of your upright brother. I wanted you to grow conjoined. I wanted your roots to intertwine like fibrous fingers in ligneous hearts. I wanted your trunks to fuse into a singularity in constant communion until whatever time you fell as one. I have the name of the present homeowner who adopted you by accident when the spot where two human hearts split apart turned a financial transaction into a chance interaction with a pair of named trees, quite anonymous as far as he's concerned. I want to ask him how you are, explain the story in full or in abridged form, depending on how he seems to take it. I never shared your secret along with the signature on page of solemn contract, never formally introduced you to him as might be fitting, leaving the way I did. Has he kept you standing? Has he left you to twist together? Or has he chopped you down as Chip was felled before his crimson-stained autumn was over? Did he lose you to disease or disaster in mimicry of eponymous personage? I wonder how he would react contacted by a stranger from his past, asked how a pair of Alrozaian trees are weathering in the progressing seasons, how he would respond to a request for contemporary photographs. Will you still be the taller of the two? Will your branches still hold Chip up as your counterpart cared for his waning lover? No matter your unmonitored upsurge, transformation, and cogitated obscure fate, I am gratified to have embedded saplings, the human marrow having seen you on a single visit to our modest home, seemed pleased with the simple tribute. And that alone was more than enough to suggest my labor was a mitzvah. To receive news of your survival residing as memorial would be a joy to rival recollection of letting go the spade and stamping soil, then unfurling hose and giving you your first long drink of water on that low rolling hill above the Saluda River banks, connecting me back to roots of kin and temporary haven growing across the sandy soil of time in the stretched terrain of endearment. Okay, thank y'all. That's going to be it for me today, I think.
All right. Thank you. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Thank you, Michael. Short, sweet set. As always, Lighthouse Writers, go check it out. Shout out to all the orgs around, all around the world, helping promote writing, literacy, workshops, all that stuff. You'll hear a lot about them all throughout the show. Once again, if you're just getting here, this is our online mic, and we're going to keep this going. We're going to come back to El Paso, Texas, where we have Ed Gonzalez Jedi up next on the mic. As always, repping BWOMS. I appreciate it. So, Ed, when you're ready, stage is yours.
Okay, hello everybody. Speaking of BWOMs, wanted to show you the t-shirt if you hadn't seen Richie's. I've moved my room around, so I didn't get to hang this on anything, but I want everybody to see. This is I think the black one. They have another one too, like a burnt color, really cool. These are one of my favorite shirts. Also wanted to begin with gratitude. Thank you, BWOMs. You all make Mondays great for me. Also, happy Monday, happy June, happy Pride Month. I'm going to go ahead and get started. We got a pretty healthy list. I'm going to start off with I have got two tumble words. This one, fanzines by the great David Latif. And this one is entitled Fan Fictionalized. I personally was not that interested in TV. I was the lowest rank and the youngest. The youngest, and we only had one TV. I rarely got a chance to choose. But later, occasionally, I would watch Get Smart with my brother. And my friend Joe and I would run a 2-mile loop near our home and then watch Star Trek. Um, I guess that would be as close as I got, especially after smoking several bowls of Northern California's finest. Uh, finest, pretty much everything was interesting. And it would be discussed at band practice, like the anatomy of a triple or the practice of the Vulcan death pinch. These were the most interesting, and it's amazing how fascinating things got after smoking and drinking elephant malt liquor. Definitely interesting, especially now that I do neither. Okay. And this is the second one of the zines. This one's entitled Views Now as They're Seen. My political views and actions have changed, like the assembly of spider webs on my plant table. They started out very angry and violent, which was not a stretch, as most of my youth was spent that way. I am now using my energy for very differently now. That time has become a factor. My goals have changed in order for self-preservation. I stay away from the far right. If not, I'm pretty sure I would end up getting locked up, and it would affect my current job, which is full-time grandpa and eco-warrior for the planet. So lots of time in contemplation, stargazing, and the occasional cigar when conversing with my ancestors. Whether on whether on the local peaks or hiking or sitting on my rock wall in my backyard, or long walks here in EP. And another focus is self-care and keeping my mind clear and available for assisting my progeny, for the main reason for coming to the Paris of the Southwest in the first place. Okay, this is an old one I found since I've been sifting through a lot of my old papers. This one's in chart. This one I think is from 2020. Maybe it's from way back. This one's entitled Special Order. I arrive at a restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry. The Luna file means it was from a dream. I didn't say that part. I arrive at a restaurant and it begins in line, me pondering what I would like in my breakfast burrito. I get to the counter and the menu hanging from the walls are all numbered, tacos and burritos with set ingredients. And I let them know that I wanted my burrito with an egg, potato, and beans. The counter person said, there isn't a number for that. And I countered with, I usually can order whatever I want and it's made. They apologized and I replied with number 0. As I walked out before reaching the door, one of the cooks came over to me and said, hey, there's a food truck down the street, and he'll make you whatever you like. I walked over to the truck and gave him my order. He replied, I will give you a number 2 with potato. Is that okay? And I said, great. Next, I headed back to the restaurant to apply for a job, to enact change. Before I was given an application, one cook said, yeah, I would have a better shot working at the food truck. And the next moment, I had an apron on and I was in the truck and I wrote in the menu, special burrito. And I was summoned to the restaurant and the manager and one of the cooks that were in the truck were all there. In the meeting, the manager said everyone was really asking for the special burrito, which they're now calling the number 3 or the Ed Special. And I was told that I was welcome to join the restaurant as a line cook. I gave my best fake smile and laughed, and I declined. So I could stay on the truck, as I muttered to myself while walking away. Everyone loves it, duh. And then I woke up. Okay, and that was the rest of my pieces. I have a couple of covers. This one is entitled June by Jason B. Crawford. And then it says, after Mark Bibbins. Who wouldn't have preferred a longer June? Though it seems trivial now in these milk white lights. With June, it comes fulsome east with pride and walking up to someone else's bed. And I am not really good at telling you these lies, but so soon I will explain in my sadness here. Try to come out clean. One June, the rain fell nightly. It felt like everyone had died. I understood Sexton now, though I pretended I did before and had tried to grasp onto grief like a child holding onto their mother's thumb. It can be hard to wake in the middle of someone else's leaving. Impossible to even catch that burden. Jason Crawford. Okay. This one is entitled Chainsaw by Marie Howe. There's always a chainsaw somewhere. The high whine of a drill, somebody else is building something or tearing it down, fastening metal to metal. Almost everywhere, the sound of a human the bluster of an engine, the grind of the blade or the wheel, hammering and repair. Someone nailed to a cross. Someone lashed. Someone hung from a scaffold. Listen, the squeak of the rope, and more hammering. Kill him with his own gun, a woman shouted. Kill him with his own gun. What have we made? What are we making? And who or what is made us we should make things such as we did? We grow smaller. We break things and then turn on each other and beg for what no human can give. Marie Howe. And I have my last one right here is a short one. I just saw a documentary and one of the commentators was W.S. Merwin. So I searched for some by Mr. Merwin. It's entitled A Summer Night. Years later, the clouds brighten in the east. The moon rises out of a long evening, just past the midsummer of a cold year. The smell of roses waves through the stone room. Open to the north, and its sleeping valley, gnarled limbs of walnut trees and brows of extinct barns blackened against the rising silver of the night. So long I have known this, that it seems to me to be mine. It has to be gone for so long that I think I have carried it with me without knowing it was there in the daytime. Through talking and in the light of traveling in windows, it has been there the whole way. On the other side, like a face known from another time, from before and afterward, constantly rising, about to appear. Okay, and that was W.S. Merwin. I can tell gonna be one of my favorites. Wanted to say, if you're looking for any more of my stuff, a lot of my 30/30 stuff is on Ed K. Gonzalez at Substack. Want to say again, thank you, BWOMS, thank you, Richie, thank you, Kit. And remember to take time for yourself every day, even if it's just for a few cleansing breaths. Self-care. Peace and love.
Beautiful. Thank you as always, Ed. Appreciate it. Love the energy as always. And again, the message at the end. It's always a great reminder for me. You know, I always feel like it's been a tumultuous weekend, more so than others, and we're trying to get past that and moving along. All right. So, yes, we do have a pretty full list around everyone, so just kind of keep that in mind too. with the reading, but we're gonna go ahead and go to South Euclid, Ohio, where we have Doc Janning next up on the mic. So, Doc, when you are ready, stage is yours. Hello.
Hello, hello. I'm going to begin with life is. Life is questions and change, questions of meaning, of emptiness and solitude, loneliness and transformation, death and rebirth. The existentialism of who, what, when, where, why, and how. The changes implied by purpose and the command of things yet to do. A reintegration of self, a bridge between conscious and subconscious, a creation and identity. It is possibilities and truth. It is a liminal space, a becoming, and the foundation for the future. This is titled Ecstasy. Life, seeking life, soars in throes of change. New worlds emerge, shaped in mystery by thoughts and dreams, created in nexes of time by its desires and the touch of the unknown. It blooms in shape and form amid the ecstasies of love and sensuous bliss. That love and enchantment bursts all bounds, infuses all with its essence. And in those ecstasies, it conceives itself, a genesis of I am. This is, well, no, that's not one for tonight. This is a list poem that is not yet complete, but I think you may like it. Moments of infinity. The joy in a moment of life. A purring cat in your lap. Holding a newborn of any species. Listening to the songs of the stars. A prolonged, gentle hug from the one you love. Watching a sunrise. Feeling the wind in your hair. Hearing the opening notes of a favorite piece of music. Catching the scent of petrichor after a rain. The fragrance of a new blossom. The crunch of fallen leaves beneath your feet. The sound of children's laughter. A cool drink on a hot day. The smell of a fire on an autumn eve. Moon shadows on a forested night. The feeling of a profound presence during prayer or meditation. The intimate warmth of love. The silent voices of stones. The wonder of the stars. The giggling splash of water as it flows over a stair-step waterfall. The flash of lightning in a storm. And I'm going to do a little a cappella of a set of song lyrics I have written. It's a few years old already, but I keep coming back to it. The title is Je me souviens. I remember hearing a wordless song, a sweet song of life, a deep sacred song of love. Souviens, 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 je me souviens. I remember drinking the essence of your soul, the sweet nectar of your mind, the infinity in your eyes. Souviens, 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 je me souviens. I remember testing this. Yeah, I remember tasting the stars in the sky, the moon in the night, the sun's lilting warmth. Souviens, 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 je me souviens. I remember us being there together, being inside those feelings, the convergence of forever. Souviens, 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 je me souviens. And I remember now with feelings of love, with feelings of warmth, with thanks that you were. Souviens, 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 je me souviens. And I remember now with feelings of love, with feelings of warmth, with thanks that you were. Souviens, 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 je me souviens, je me souviens, je me souviens. Oh, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Doc. Any shows you have coming up this week that are online maybe, or that you want to promote?
Nothing that's online and nothing. Well, I'll be participating in Dane Ince's Time to Arrive tomorrow evening, but that's about all.
All right,
Thank
no,
you.
that's great. That's a great promo. Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate it. Thanks for the pieces as always. Yes, Dane Ince's Time to Arrive. That's another online space. As I mentioned throughout the show, you'll hear other spaces if you're not familiar with them. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. This is our online mic. Once upon a time, I called it the stay-at-home open mic because that was like the message we wanted to get across. And you know what? We're still staying at home, keeping it cool, hanging out, sharing our pieces. So we're going to go ahead and go from Ohio to Pittsburgh, where we have a return, someone we haven't heard from in a while, but it's time to hear the wonderful work of Vale Larkin. So Vale, when you are ready, the stage is yours. Hello, welcome back.
Hi, thank you. Can you see me okay? Oh, my camera keeps doing that thing. Okay, I have two today. It is Pride Month, and I am both queer and trans, and that is very important to me. And at the same time, I'm acutely aware that our Pride celebrations are in part going to be used to obscure other progressive issues going on right now. And by progressive, I mean humanitarian. So I will say that's kind of the theme of this first selection, which is an older poem that I've kind of updated a little bit. Dying in the silence. We are dying in the silence. Turn away, turn away. Eyes off the Abad, Republic of the Sudan. Eyes off Minnesota, New Jersey. United, we disregard. We are dying in the silence. The boys and the girls in betweens and beyonds. We are dying in wide open sight of the rescue that rejects us. We are dying gutted, burned, sacrifices to inertia. We are dying in the silence, broken only by barrages of bullets, the jaws of dogs, the brutal batons, the vitriol flowing. When they call you a monster and slam you to your knees, would you stand again? Would you come up swinging your fists at the wide open air at anything, anyone? We are standing, demanding, and we are dying in the silence of the dungeons, our torment, our caged, raging grief for a world that lets us die for the sake of gold, for the sake of torment. Bloodborne, ravening hordes in $50,000 suits. We are dying in the silence, slithering from serpents on high, into our eyes and our hearts, reminding us, be quiet, withdraw. Break us down, all we faceless others. Don't let us tell you what to do. Don't let us show you who we are. Snatch our joy and smash it. Detach from the masses, your cohorts and kin, who are dying in the silence, dying from the held breaths of a world of rescuers, a world of potential and ways out. We are dying in the silence. Turn away. Turn away. I have one more after this. This last one is brand spanking new, kind of a draft, and it's yeah, it's largely about my own experience with neurodivergence of certain kinds and madness. Lullaby for children who hear voices. Whispers from behind me, sottovoce warnings from the back of my skull, like stalkers, like hunters, sinking their talons into my mind with their sharp, vicious awareness, their voltaic vision. All that was soft sweetness lit up stark and sharp and cruel. Needle-like teeth creeping over my feet till I tuck them inside where it's safe. The demons with their sharp knives, the imps of my intentions and my terror and my greed, my pitiless need to be unseen, to be passed over. The mutters I can never quite make out, the voices of my torturers scheming and laughing. In the night when I was frightened, childish mind reaching for peace, I'd find it in my breath and the prayer of all children, for loving arms to be there, always surrounding, suffusing, sustaining, and never searching for secrets, for surprises, for sensitivities, ever unwavering, never betraying. Whispers form from scattered sounds, the breath of the breeze and the leaves out my door, the music I might be imagining, the children in the park, their chatter and clatter and the shrieking sunlight and the tires on the road, their engines roaring, and I am undone by the voice of life, filling my ears and my skull. I am broken on it, like slamming me down on a rock, like horses, like the music I might be imagining. In the night, when I am frightened, I imagine I am enveloped. I feel soft arms. I can smell linen and heather, and I see starlight shimmering like it never has from everywhere at once. Murmur it to me once more, please, while stars are still shining and we're all safe. Someday, all of this rolling, unraveling, fusing, unfurling, and fragmenting everywhere will be stillness. So soft, so dark, and gone. And that was my cat. You heard that.
Yeah, okay, of course. And did you have any plugs as well or anything? Links?
I'll join Doc in promoting the next mic I'll be attending, which will be Spoken Word Online, World Online, David Sira's mic. And it's an online mic that's kind of international and very cool. It takes place during the day tomorrow.
David Syrah, that's right. Okay, thank you so much, Phil. Good seeing you.
Can you put a link for that in the chat?
I'll find one, yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, definitely encourage everyone to do that. Who do we have here? Oh yeah, welcome Van Wallach. Sorry for the mispronunciation. I'm looking at the online chat. Yeah. So yeah, like any other open mic, we have a sign up link in the description. If you can't make it to this one, we do have a link tree that I believe is on there as well. If you check out the link tree and subscribe, you'll be notified when the next sign up sheet shows up, and you can sign up early for that. But thank you again, Vale. We're gonna go ahead and go from Pittsburgh to the motherfucking yay area. That's what Finn Bell put, because that's who's next. Gonna share some poetry. So Finn Bell, when you are ready, West Coast poetry. When you're ready, go and take it away. Please.
Thanks so much, Richie. Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay on this fine Monday evening. 3 poems from me. One of them is going to be a cover. So this is relatively new. Don't have a set title for it. So Peculiar is its a tentative title. There are some people I know whose beauty is a crime. Jessica Hagedorn, Sorcery. Where did the beauty go? The one that reeled me in. Your almost green-flecked eyes and a face I didn't think I trusted even then. Your gap-toothed grinning let me inside. There was a gap in me. Take your chances, slide on in. Did I know then how easy it was for the silkiest lies to slip between your lips? You believed them. I believed them. Hey, no one was saying we should go ahead and find one another and create a maelstrom. Heck, a maelstrom is not correct. Those are really hard to sit up and emerge from, right? On shipwreck from and moor my goddamn boat. I float, still and still. You did, though. You did. Man, did you? You placed your hand between both thick gusts and parted them, thinking yourself a Moses of sorts, leading your followers back into the storm or creating another one to walk straight through. I swear the promised land was this way. I'll just leave y'all. You gorgeous, gorgeous wreckage. I'll leave you at the next stop, okay? Some people so beautiful in the last desperate light that their beauty is not so much a crime, but a reason to check oneself in, maybe check out of life and phone a friend meekly. Health check. I'm here. No, not really. Carry on. You'll carry on. All the beautiful things always carry on. Just up and leave. That was one. Okay. So second one is was given a title by Debbie Siegel, Urn of Sorrows. I may have shared that here. My memory is shite, so I don't know. Urn of Sorrows. I'm going to mold my silence into a vessel, a crude urn to keep all the things I've left unsaid. I once held it wet and unformed in my hands, but it has toughened its shell over the years. Its impenetrable, careful layers begin to keep me out, pushing me to not recall my own secrets and sorrows. If I cracked this quiet open, I fear I would not recognize what is inside. In the beginning, I marveled at how my silence was also my hands cupped around it, smoothing and coaxing it upward. Silence and self were one and the same. How splendid we were together as we made doves spring forth from the putty and transfigure the tips of my fingers into their wings, their safety, their home tree branching outward before the breath, the leap, body gathering as they ascended their first flight. Too late, my bereft palms thought to reach heaven bound, a failure to catch what I had lost, to keep it in my protection. In the space I left exposed, a moment between my arms, a nest had formed. The nest carried new life. I lifted each egg tucked between its twig and down, held them up to the light, perfect lips of sponge sugar glass, solitary, will not breed sanity. My angst, mother-born, mother forsaken, shaped them to the warmth of my palm and crushed them open. I mourned their brief presence, closed ranks among thumb and ring finger to capture their bleeding yolk, but in its place sat nothing at all, where I was merely clawing at indifferent air. I looked down at my empty hands, gone gnarled and leafless, warding off the sun. Can the form of soundlessness be willed from tree limb to trowel? Can I dig myself a moat, a cushion of viscous water, a river to float uneasy pauses? Can I dig a hole deeper still than my own roots, find the slope and points of slumbering words, yank the severed neck or the sharpened tail of a buried consonant, an M or a P, to use as a pick, to chisel outward, to wave aloft, utter once into the palpable hush, a solitary, help me. And then I want to close with a poem, the title poem from Kathy Lynn Che, Becoming Ghosts. That's the same title as the poem, the title of the book and the poem. Becoming Ghost. I stand behind a one-way mirror. My father sits in a room, interrogating himself, bright bulb shining like the idea of a daughter. It looked just like the real thing, the helicopters, the fields, the smoke which rose in color, the bullets blank but too real. Coppola yelled, "Action!" And we dragged slowly across the back of the screen, miniature prisoners of war to Robert Duvall's broad, naked chest. What you'll never see written into the credits are our names. Ghost of a daughter, specter, spectator from a future we could only dream of. I'd never dreamt that one day you'd be my age and too bitter to talk to me. I who gave every peso to your mother, who sewed coins into the lining of my pockets so that you could eat enough food and grow taller than either one of us. I'm asking you to look me in the face and say, Father, I'm asking you to see me. Morning yawns, and today my father has deleted a daughter. Today he's blessed with 2 sons. Today he may be haunted by the grip of a friend who died in his arms, but not the scent of a baby girl he held years ago. Women, he says, and spits. There is plasm, he says, and shrugs, and then there is ectoplasm. What is a father who has 2 sons? Happy, he says, with a toothpick pressed between his thumb and forefinger. Happy, he says, looking into the mirror and seeing no reflection. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for those. And please, if you want to promote your events, as well.
Back on full schedule. I was on a hiatus the whole of March. Back on a full schedule for Vocabulary in June. So we have a Wake Up and Write coming up, which is my Saturday morning write-in. People could just drop in and use the prompts or work on their work in progress. And then the day after that, Sunday the 7th, PGN, Poetry Global Network, is having a collaboration with Bala Gallery, and we are featuring our 3 season 2 poets, Rich Glennon, Mona Santerescu, and David Siller. They're going to be reading from their books, and the event is titled, sorry, let me find that. The event is titled Thresholds Navigating Grief, Grace, and Life's Transitions. You can find that on the PGN website. I'll put that in the chat. Thanks so much, Richie.
All right. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Again, just we kind of want to serve as a platform out there for people who might be tuning in. So check out Fincabulary, the extended Fincabulary verse, as well as PGN. That's the Poetry Global Network. And then we'll get links for that, those of you on YouTube here. But we'll go ahead and keep this thing moving along. We're going to go ahead and go to Greenfield, Massachusetts. We're jumping all over the country. I love it. I love it. And we just do it like that. So to join us and share some poetry, again, more a cappella singing, we have Storm. So Storm, when you're ready, the stage is yours.
Hi there. So I'm going to start with a cover. I'm putting on my Fight Global Warming hat because it's got the burning earth on it, and boy, are we burning in so many ways right now. Okay. An interesting Finn used a line that's also in this poem and seems to be the theme. I didn't know, I was trying to figure out what the theme of what I put up, and I guess the theme is becoming ghosts. Okay, this is called When People Say We Have Made It Through Worse Before by Clint Smith. All I hear is the wind slapping against all the gravestones of those who did not make it, those who did not survive to see the confetti fall from the sky, those that did not live to watch the parade roll down the street. I have grown accustomed
to a lifetime of aphorisms meant to assuage my fears, pithy sayings meant to convey that all ends up fine in the end, but there is no solace in rearranging language to make a different word tell the same lie. Sometimes the moral arc of the universe does not bend in the direction that comforts us. Sometimes it bends in ways we don't expect, and there are people who fall off in the process. Please, dear reader, do not say that I am hopeless. I believe there is a better future to fight for. I simply accept the possibility I may not live to see it. I have grown weary of telling myself lies that I might one day begin to believe. We are not all left standing after the war has ended. Some of us have become ghosts by the time the dust has settled. Memories of Maxine. Years after her name came up out of nowhere like a flashback from an almost outdistanced acid trip. Once again I picture us in her purple room, purple long before such was popular. In that instant I could almost caress her everywhere and smell lavender on her breath. The hug, as we embrace together, we form the eternal flame lighting our way to the Pleiades. Your heart races faster than death, giving me life. Holding you thus, I seek to merge motionlessly forever, yet feel us sharing much more. Our meeting can only be sealed properly with one short, sweet kiss. I love you echoes for lifetimes in our parting. Familiar. My pain, a black panther stalking me from within my shadows, alert, ready to pounce at the slightest motion, to render and tear apart all unforgiven. I sense its bloodlust in my sinew, find its claw marks slashed on pummeled pillows, catch its roar in my throat, and snarl, pacing. I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going down Abbey's Road. Yes, I've heard the tales told, still I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to speak my mind. Yes, I know that that's a crime, still I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going down Abbey's Road. Yes, I've heard the tales told, still I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going to let you hear. I'm going to let you hear, though I know it'll cost me dear. I'm going to let you hear. I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going down Abbey's Road. Yes, I've heard the tales told, still I'm going down Abbey's Road. Even if I need to hide, even if I need to hide, I'll be free on the inside, even if I need to hide, 'cause I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going down Abbey's Road. Yes, I've heard the tales told, still I'm going down Abbey's Road. Yeah, I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going down Abbey's Road. Yes, I've heard the tales told, still I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going down Abbey's Road. I'm going down Abbey's Road. And if anyone has any questions, the Abbey is Abby Hoffman. And the plugs are the same as usual. Daily Antidote is song, 12 noon Eastern, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Someone comes from somewhere in the world, sings a song or two, and gets interviewed. Great community. Would really like you to check us out. And People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle, 48-year-old organization, 320 members, do things online and sometimes in the physical. We just got done with a hybrid in the physical event, our summer gathering, and quite a bit of what took place has been archived on YouTube. Go to peoplesmusic.org for more information. I'll put more information about both in the chat.
Perfect.
And as you can probably hear, I'm not at my best right now, so I may well drop out before the end of this session, and I apologize to those I miss, but it's just not looking like I'm going to make it.
Well, one, sorry to hear that, but two, that's a perfect plug to the fact that all of these videos you can go back and rewatch. So if you do feel like you missed someone, you can go back, and if you have to miss any weeks, you can go back and return content. And that's made 100% much more easier by the fact that Kit ran timestamps each episode. So you can go and find specific performers, your own performances. And yeah, so thank you, Storm, for that, of course. And yeah, feel better. Hope you feel better.
And just a piece of business, because I may drop out before the end. I'm not getting any notifications, and I've signed up multiple times.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're finding us. Yeah, I'll have to double check the system, but I think it's working. If anyone else is having issues, let me
Yeah,
know.
what I'm doing is I'm going back to my old form and hooking in through the link tree and then copying the contents onto a new form.
Yeah, you should check your spam file.
Yeah, that's usually where it goes. Anyway, we'll figure that out behind the scenes.
I've done it checked many times.
Okay, we'll check on that. Okay, we are going to go from Massachusetts to Colorado, Littleton, that is, and just fresh off of their workshop from Tumblewords this weekend on Poezines, we have David Latif. So, David, good to see you. When you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Thanks a bunch. As people have mentioned, today is the first day of Pride Month, so I'm going to read some queer poetry. And it's been a rough time for the queer community, but I'm going to do my best to not acknowledge it. Listen, the less you talk about the haters, the better off you tend to be. So I'm going to try to do some positive Pride poems. This first one is called Eccentric Orbit. I watch you disappear, the me that used to be, the him that used to he, blissfully unaware of everything. They say autistic people don't pick up on social cues, and buddy, we miss some shit. I've written this poem before about the character view that we used to do and all the mistakes we didn't know we made, all the comments we didn't realize we said, a eulogy for the you that's gone. So I'm not going to write that poem. I'm instead going to turn the chair backward, sit down, resting my arms on its back, and write a poem about the you that you're gonna be. You're gonna go to a lesbian bar to read poetry, and you'll see so many trans people. You'll feel a hope in your chest that you've never felt before. You'll find places where you feel safe, where you can stop performing and just start being, surrounded by people who love you, the real you. And you'll know that Pluto is less lonely as part of the Kuiper Belt than as part of an overrated solar system. Your eccentric orbit, no longer eccentric at all. This next one is from my Tumblewords workshop on Poezines. It doesn't have a title. If you can think of one, let me know. I always love Comic Cons. I'm glad that they've expanded outside of comics to include people like me, because very rarely am I surrounded by that many people and never feel out of place. I'm the same punk rock Mando cosplay I've been wearing for years, battle jacket, helmet, pride flag draped over my shoulder. It's my excuse to bring Pride Month into May. A fellow NB flashes their hand fan at me, a rainbow of yellow, white, purple, and black. I feel at home in a convention center I'd never been to before. I leave to get lunch, and the streets are full of enthusiasm and positive obsession. A man asks me what's going on because it isn't normal to see this many literal characters, but I wish it was. I wish every day was freak flags at full mast so no one feels out of place for being themselves. This next one is called Skill Issue. It's one of the posings I wrote for National Poetry Month. I should give Richie that link at some point. I'll give it to him next week. Don't worry about it. So this one's called Skill Issue. I am going to start responding to every transphobe the way Dark Souls players respond to everything. Get good. Because I honestly believe that transphobia is a skill issue. They them is confusing and I don't get it. Singular they them has been in the English language longer than the word you. Most of my friends don't have a problem. You're just bad at English. Get good. But I'm so used to using he and him and his. Yeah, and the boss changes its attack pattern in phase 2. Learn the new attack pattern. Get good. But you can actually change your gender. Gender swap coffin. It's on the Dark Souls 2 wiki. My friend's sister's boyfriend made a Dark Souls character based on me, went to the gender swap coffin, and never changed me back. Dude knew before I did. Get good. I can't stop being trans, but you can pick up a book, make some trans friends, and stop being a dumbass. Get good. This last one is, I should have bookmarked that spot. We're going to use, oh, wonderful. It's on page 3. That makes it easy. This one is from my book, The Chair, A Cluttered Pile of Neuroqueer Poetry. This poem is called Reclaiming Redemption. There's a building downtown, a sinister stone structure founded on fear, with vast iron doors forged in hellfire and homophobia, open only to those who are seen as sanctified. I avoid it most days, but today is not most days. Today I parade past surrounded by support, riding a queer-ass skateboard, wearing a queer-ass cape, being queer as fuck. And I see it surrounded with love, gates closed, besieged by rainbow banners, and I know that I belong on this side of those gates. I remember that Jesus said, the gates of hell will not prevail against us. Thank you. Thank you so much for having this space, Richie and Kit and everyone. Again, this Pride Month is going to be rougher than most in recent memory because, you know, the first Pride was a protest, and they might be that again. So, if you're a queer person, reach out to your community. We're here. We support you. And if you're not a queer person, but you have queer friends, be there for them. It's a scary time right now, and we need you. Thank you so much, Richie.
All right, yeah, thank you, David. That's right. And also, if you guys are listening in and maybe just don't know where to find local resources, reach out and we can point you in the right direction. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. All right. Wow, this is still a pretty good list. So if you guys are just tuning in, again, this is our online mic. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you here. My name is Rich. I'm your host. Kicking off June, kicking off Pride Month. We got so much going on. We're going to go to back to El Paso. That's right. We got some poetry from Robin Schofield. And it was great to listen to her on Annie's Adventures show on YouTube. Go check that out if you have a chance. Just Annie's Adventures to talk about gardening. But right now, throwing down some poetry. It's Robin. So when you're ready, the stage is yours.
Thanks, Richie. Thanks for the shout out. That was fun talking with Annie. And then we recognized each other at the next BWOMS event where she was doing the film people. Yeah, so it's Pride Month, and I'm gonna read one about an obscure poet named Charlotte Mew. Obscure in her lifetime, obscure after her death. She's well worth reading. Her lifetime was between 1869 and 1928. So she was not quite modern and not quite Victorian. Almost modern. When someone at the door of one of your singular readings asked, "Are you Charlotte Mew?" you replied, "I am afraid that I am." You who stood on Asylum Road, not overcome with grief for both your brother and your sister, the beauty, schizophrenics, were able to write it, yes, write it down. Devoted to each other, you and Anne, your other sister, wanted nothing to do with offspring. And you felt you must change the pronoun whenever you loved someone, because your love was disapproved before you even began to know what it was. One of your so-called friends wrote, "Charlotte is a pervert, typical Victorian." You looked past that hurt and honed your craft with crazy, long, uneven lines, slant rhyme at the ends. Your travels to France ended in heartbreak for you. Upended wits for cet obscur objet du désir, for your alarming affections aroused no more than ire. You died, foaming at the mouth. A bottle of Lysol, all you could afford for your final act. That was after you burned your last poems, torched with grief for Anne, who died at home of cancer. We can't know how powerful they were now that they are lost. But you are not, for you live in words. The farmer's bride again, fey creature in a world of men. And then I was looking for this poem, and well, I was thinking about it, and I found it. So it's kind of a figure between reality and myth. There was a sighting of Sasquatch in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. He improvises a deer across the Cass River, a chamber ensemble featuring blood and fur, acoustic and electric, original composition, incendiary, genre hopping creature, dual vision with no barrier between wild and tame, between old notions of existing and not existing. And then this one I wrote after reading a poem by Eduardo C. Corral. Lines written after I catch COVID going around London. All waves retreat toward joy. Joy is an onyx stone whirled inside a volcano. We have yet to measure traces of joy like a photon. Joy departs as noisily as a coyote in heat. It's illegal to puff on joy out in the open. In my skull, joy opens the crown chakra. Flightless owls burrow into joy, building nests. I throw a pinch of rock salt over joy. In some languages, joy is a verb. Bull's horns bruise the blue sky of joy. Like the moon, joy will keep her distance from you. Joy poses for her portrait, still as a mirror. In the dark, joy climbs a tree and waits by the watering hole. Above the floor of joy, my arteries inch toward the dirt. And then another one in honor of Pride Month. This one is my cover poem by Muriel Rukeyser, a great poet of the 20th century. Poem. I lived in the first century of world wars. I lived in the first century of world wars. Most mornings I would be more or less insane. The newspapers would arrive with their careless stories. The news would pour out of various devices, interrupted by attempts to sell products to the unseen. I would call my friends on other devices. They would be more or less mad for similar reasons. Slowly, I would get to pen and paper, make my poems for others unseen and unborn. In the day, I would be reminded of those men and women, brave, setting up signals across vast distances, considering a nameless way of living, of almost unimagined values. As the lights darkened, as the lights of night brightened, we would try to imagine them, try to find each other, to construct peace, to make love, to reconcile, waking with sleeping, ourselves with each other, ourselves with ourselves. We would try by any means to reach the limits of ourselves, to reach beyond ourselves, to let go the means, to wake. I lived in the first century of these wars. Written or published in 1968. So what a prophetic poem. That's all for me. Back to you, Richie.
Okay, appreciate that. Thank you, Robin. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at some notes here, and looking at our list, trying to see who's here, who's not here. But yeah, our next performer is here, and just released the dope music video of one of their new singles, and just we definitely is a link there. Got to get the links so we can put it out there into the world. And just a darling of the show. It's always great to see her, not only online, but especially in person. I think I unloaded so much on you last time I saw you. I'm so sorry for that. But it's some music. Y'all know her and love her. It's Lara Lynette. Hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. You just don't know. It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a lot going on. Happy Pride. Richie, thank you. I love you, man. Big time. So, yeah. I've been on a protest song rage fest of late. So today I'm just going to do a sweet little love song, a WLW love song that I wrote in the 90s. Somebody was talking about the 90s earlier. Anyway, this song is re-prepared. It's really, I don't know where it came from, but it's called Sweet on You. I like ice cream, it is cold and delicious. And I like fruit-filled pies with fat cherries that are luscious. But when my dinner's through and the coffee is so pleasing, I take one look at you and my appetite's still teasing. 'Cause darling, I'm so very sweet on you. Now, cream puffs are so well, with all of their flavored fillings, and with pralines you can tell that pecans are quite appealing. But when break time rolls around, it's not the Snickers that satisfies. Glazed donuts just won't do, nor does caramel corn suffice. 'Cause darling, I'm just crazy sweet on you. And don't lift me up, sugar rush, it's indecent. And honey, but you are enough to be illegal. So now you know I'm super sweet on you. Hot brownies make me melt when they are chocolatey and gooey, and yellow wafers float just right in banana pudding. But when the midnight snack rush hits and the Captain Crunch gets soggy, I may seem a little thick and my memory somewhat foggy, but darling, I'm still crazy sweet on you. And don't lift me up, sugar rush, it's indecent. Dumb honey, but you are enough to be illegal. So now you know I'm super sweet on you. All of the Oreos are gone. Dadgummit, too slow, but I'm not even troubled with all the cheesecake in this song. I'll admit that I have been tempted, but when I tip the scale, you will know I've not been cheating. For when the just desserts prevail, I will be the one who's singing about, darling, how I'm downright sweet on you. And don't lift me up, sugar rush, it's indecent. And honey, but you are enough to be illegal. So now you know I'm super sweet on you, and you can bet it all, I'm heaping sweet on you. Something like that. Sweet on you. That's crazy. Thanks, guys. Yeah. So, I'm working a lot this week, and I'm headed to Austin on Friday. So, there's a lot going on. I'm very fortunate and very happy, and thank you all very much for being my friends. And yeah, this is called Change the Score. I wrote this in the 90s as well. Okay, I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, that's it. Are you doing all you can do today? Are you being everything that you can be? Have you got enough of what you want from life? Have you seen all of the sights you long to see? 'Cause if you do all you can, well, then it's done. And if you have been everything, just look what you become. And if there are things that you are willing to settle for, watch the score. That's it. Have you taken the time to share some joy? Have you sung a song of love? Are you thinking in terms of betterment? Are you holding the light above? 'Cause if you take the time, well, then you will laugh. Just a little tune can be a great big life raft. And if there are things that you are still willing to settle for, and change the score, let go of all your struggling, you ain't got time to lose. Leave all your hesitations and you will find the clues. For only you, on you, spreading any hope around. Are you given any encouragement? Have you thought, hey, yes, I could start right now? Or have you taken leave of all your sense? 'Cause if you are spreading hope, well, you will be fulfilled. And if you are giving praise, all blessings on you will spill. And if there are things that you are not willing to settle for and change the score, are you doing all you can do today? Are you being everything that you can be? Have you got enough of what you want from life? Have you seen all of the sights you long to see? 'Cause if you do all you can, well, then it's done. And if you have been everything, just look what you become. And if there are things that you are not willing to settle for and change the score, just change the score. Change the score. Just change the score. Change. Just change. Thank y'all. That's it.
I'd like to say that wasn't it. That was everything. It was really a treat to hear those songs. Please promote your stuff.
Well, go check out the Devil's Apprentice new video that just came out a few days ago. Brilliant videographer that I met at BWOMS open mic, did the whole thing. Her name is Becca Corral, and she's just brilliant. And we had so much fun making it, and it's about, you know who this is about. It's a diss track, and it's a diss video, and it's a protest thing about pedo in chief, and everybody needs to see it and share it far and wide, please. I'm not really good at self-promotion, but
Yeah.
thank you for checking out that video, because I'm really proud of the song and the video, and all the friends that showed up to help make that video. It was really special. It was a special night. And yeah, thank you. I'm going to do a show. I'm in Austin this weekend doing a private house thing. And then on the 20th, unless they change it, Miss AZ Tunes has asked me to be a part of the film show on the 20th, tentatively at the Garrison. And it's not just me. I don't know the complete lineup, but we'll be doing that too towards the end of June. But happy Pride, everybody. March, stand up, fight. We're in a time right now.
Yeah.
And we need to be present. Go out and vote. Do what you can.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lara. And if you have that, yeah. Oh, I think we just put the link in the chat. Thanks, Kit. Yeah, shout out to AZ Tunes. Shout out to Becca, a phenomenal poet. I always love to see her perform.
And that.
So much energy. Yeah, but go follow Lara's music as well. Go stream her music, and more importantly, go to the shows. It's so much beautiful support to see when people show up in person. So we'll forward all that stuff for sure. Thank you, Lara. Have safe travels, of course. Okay, so how's everyone doing? Again, happy Monday. This is our online mic. Thanks for everyone who has been here. We are going to go ahead and continue. We're going to in El Paso, where we have Kit Red is going to be sharing some poetry. Mr. Monday Night. He helped take over last Monday when my cat decided to bring in a live bird and I had to take care of that. It's nice to have someone who could take care of that in a pinch. But he also did a great job hosting Thursday at Old Sheepdog. Appreciate that as always. Without further ado, here is Kit.
It did the thing. It zoomed out. God damn it. Hi everyone. Thank you all for sticking around. Thank you for thanks to everyone who read before me. Thanks to everyone who read after me. Yeah, it's a lot of fun being in the arts. It's a lot of fun hosting. Like, you should do it. You should try it out. See what happens. But it's also fun to perform. So I'm glad I still get to perform most nights too. So, 3 of mine and then a cover. Stalin was a poet. It's true. Not exemplary, but he worked at it. He tried. So there were steps even he couldn't take. He'd harass and carry away Osip Mandelstam, part ideology and part jealousy. But he couldn't touch Mandelstam's weapon. Even a man of steel has his limits. It's actually more dangerous when the dictator likes you. Ask Bulgakov, the reluctant director of the Moscow Theater. Stalin would have kept him like a cat. But like a cat, he ran away. He couldn't handle the stakes of writing for an audience of one. For what if one day our great comrade Stalin changes his mind, follows a new fashion, and nothing you did or were doing meant anything at all? At least Mandelstam got to write what he wanted. Childish definition of freedom, but children get it right more often than we do. Because they don't care what happens to them. In this mad era, may we all write with the freedom of a child ignoring a crosswalk. This one was published in a little zine called Hutsmut Review. It's called The Massacre of the Piñatas. It doesn't have to be your birthday to buy a piñata. You can just buy one whenever you want. What, are they checking IDs now? A trend was born from this idle conversation, and a symbol of childhood joy transmuted into one of adult rage. Buzz Lightyear was out. The mayor, or certain county judges, were in. Plastic bottles of Maker's Mark hit the ground instead of Tootsie Rolls. A local artist specialized in ex-wives. He could have given everyone a new understanding of papier-mâché with his artistry, but his pieces weren't built to survive. And he was fine with that. Serene, even. We all know from the movies that scientists should not play God. Those movies never tell artists that they should not play the devil. And an impractical guide to November. The way to survive winter is to survive it. I'm sorry, I can't be more helpful. I think I should tell you as little as possible about hope, better days, green shoots, snowbanks melting, and roads being patched. Because then you'll look for them, and not finding them immediately, sink further down. And hope is most lastingly experienced, as I have experienced it, as a static shock. Something you were unprepared for. You try to ignore it, and crouch back down to water your miserable bonsai tree, but it's already tomorrow. You already made it into a year you didn't think the calendars would ever mark for you. And for the cover, I picked Resolution number 1003 by June Jordan. This is a fun little mantra. I encourage everyone to adopt it. It seems pretty useful. Resolution 1003 by June Jordan. I will love who loves me. I will love as much as I am loved. I will hate who hates me. I will feel nothing for everyone oblivious to me. I will stay indifferent to indifference. I will live hostile to hostility. I will make myself a passionate and eager lover in response to passionate and eager love. I will be nobody's fool. All right, so David, they were talking with much enthusiasm about their great workshop with total words. On Saturday, and we have another one of those coming up. I will be leading the session this Saturday with some stuff about Eileen Miles. I didn't know that Eileen had the connection to El Paso that they do. They were great friends with the Bird family, and found a great article that they wrote on Bobby Bird's passing 4 years ago. So, no, a lot to talk about, a lot to write about when we discuss Eileen Miles on Saturday. And then June 13th, Chris Aziz will lead the session. She'll give me a title soon. And then the 27th, Finn Bell, who you already saw tonight, will lead a great session about erasure poetry. And to flash way into the future, come August in a in-kind exchange, I'll be hosting a session of poetry games. I'm getting that together. I'm formulating the idea. I'm looking forward to it. So, this little online spider web we've got, still catching flies. Isn't that cool? So, I'll hand it back to Richie. Thank you all very much.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Kit. Appreciate that and all that. All right, so we have someone who signed up from Las Cruces, but I don't see them in the chat. So I guess we'll move on. But I want to give a shout out to Lacan, who's here and just checking it out and is always supporting. Shout out to Lacan again. Check out Poetry Global Network. Check out their event on Sunday, and follow Lacan as well. That's LKN there on social media. Luis isn't here either. Oh no, hold on. Wait, okay, he's not. So in that case, we'll go ahead and we have Ed. So we're gonna go to Washington, D.C. and Mr. Ed Poetastic has some poems for us today. So Ed, I don't know if you're here. We'll get you on a little earlier than planned. Had a few people not show up, and then hopefully maybe Luis will show up around that time. And again, just while that's going on, just a reminder for those of you listening and live in the El Paso, Texas area, we do have events all throughout the week. Every Tuesday we are downtown. Tomorrow we are going, June 2nd, we're going to be at Rosewood. That's our Verse and Harmony open mic. We typically alternate between the two venues each week, Rosewood and Monobar. If there's a double book or a band touring, and sometimes we end up at Brunette, which is their basement venue, which is kind of fun and pretty unique as well. It's kind of nice because it's kind of secluded, and so it becomes our own kind of thing. So that's Tuesday. Check us out. Sign up starts at 8 p.m. Show starts after 9. And then if you guys write prose, longer prose, fiction, nonfiction, screenplays, whatever thoughts you have, prose poetry, right? There's many genres, but if you have longer pieces that you would like to read, Storycraft, our event on Wednesday, that's also alternating, is a chance for you to read up to 15 minutes on the mic, max, up to 15 minutes max. So you get to read longer pieces, followed by an opportunity for 15 minutes of feedback from the audience. So Q&A, get questions. Usually it's a good opportunity for people to work on drafts. And, that's the first and third Wednesday of each month at Storycraft. And that's downtown El Paso, next to our other venues. And I think that's what we have going all we have going on this week. I am planning to do another jazz and poetry open mic. The first one that we did went okay. We had a few people show up and read with the music. It's a whole different experience. So if you've ever been wanting to try that, then we're going to make that available. I just need to lock in a date. It's going to be on a Friday. We just need to kind of see what's going on in the world and in our world. And as always, last Thursday of every month is Old Sheepdog. All right. Ed, damn. Is Ed here? Ed, calling out to you from the void. Get you on, man. Let's get you on the mic. Yeah, there you are. All right. So, yes, joining us from Washington, D.C. You already know what it is. It is Mr. Ed Poetastic. And my friend, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, my bro, like no other's word, like thunder, like no other. Hello, my name is Ed Potato. Hope feeling fantastic. Please, the time you can join my rhyme. Five was sublime. I'm sorry, I had a busy day, no jokes. But next Monday, I have some jokes for you folks. But my first poem is a classical poem. I think everyone knows this. This is called. Sorry. To the American people, the aliens have landed, looking vast and evil. Oh my God, look how it ended. They keep coming down. UFOs covering the skies. They're not making any sounds. Oh my God, it darks in their eyes. It looks skinny and frail. Do you want to meet our leader? I'd say more, but I'm eating Taco Bell. Oh my God, did I pay the meter? They seem to be doing the moonwalk. There's some stellar moons. Oh my God, they can stand and talk. Hope our bond can improve. It appears the guy is moving towards them. Oh my, here's the Confederate flag. Oh my God, looks American and dim. Let us pray he doesn't brag. He said, we don't like your kind here. Oh my God, the gray sorry. Oh my God, the gray Loretta's blaster. Oh my God, man, cover your rear. There's like a huge disaster. I know what you're thinking. I'm not doing a freaking thing. My patience is shrinking. The gray alien temper held by a string. The gray alien blasted the sky. Dim Jim ran and hide. I feel like I almost died. What a crazy, unbelievable ride. Out of the sky came Godzilla. Now breathing, stomping about. Why couldn't it be Gilla the gorilla? Oh no! Everybody screams and shouts. Everybody's panicking. Oh boy, what didn't go wrong? Oh no, King Kong, aka the Monkey King. They look cranky and strong. There seemed to be a man with a billboard. It reads, Kong versus Godzilla. Place your bets. Oh my God, people are coming in herds. Hey, on Kong. Everything is here, including my vest. There's something unrelated, but send cash to my cash app. My life in there just like you. Come on, so where is that? I want to order something for Jumbo Juice. I know I should be scared, but who doesn't want to get rich? Scooter Gecko, go Kong. Ain't that John Gecko your bitch? Oh yeah, he come to Kong. God's it us to Kong. God, why didn't I buy popcorn? Come on, you big ape, don't take too long. Theory, I said how to make popcorn, not horn. King Kong swing guns around. Everybody's scary too. It's like one big freakish merry-go-round. In straight detail, Kong and his electric rails. Godzilla's getting angry. Oh my God, smoke is coming from his mouth. Oh my God, here comes a Tombach. Frankly, it's like me eating a plate of Brussels sprouts. Godzilla's breathing a huge beam, missing King Kong by a hair. I know it's just steam. Godzilla, that was cheating and unfair. Wait, where they're staring at? Billboards for donuts and burritos? Don't stand there, look at that. They start fighting. Oh my God, I'm going to explode. Oh my God, Godzilla's giving me the finger. I need a giant robot ASAP. You big green cold-blooded stinger. I can't believe I saw that. They're holding hands. They're probably getting something to eat. I don't really understand. What happened to the brawling heat? Don't go away. I bet everything on you. I pray on this day. Hope my credit doesn't go higher than the moon. What happened to the great aliens? A sign that says, Earthlings, we own you. Oh my God. So much chaos has descended. What are we possibly going to do? Thank you. This other one's called You Are. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I build a room of my own, not me, but you, I, and all. Let our imagination run free, scars and bumps on our walls. We're building shacks and trees. We shape, collapse, rebuild, or fall. We could be rivers, oceans, or seas. We could be short, medium, or tall. Some might disagree, but grab some tea. Please be mindful of your cholesterol. We're homes, condos, tapes, or DVDs. Some of you deserve this wake-up call. Please be happy with extra glee. This is a relapse or a downfall. Please don't scream like a banshee. Hey, don't go yelling at City Hall. Please be a barrel full of monkeys. Don't be as plastic as a Barbie doll. You are whatever you believe or see. Please don't be a crazy goofball. You could be a concert, play, or a jamboree. You could be a jawbreaker or a gumball. You could be a medal, trophy, or an Oscar nominee. You could be a snowball, a baseball, or a basketball. No, you can't. Okay, hold up. Pardon me. I don't have a foresight or a magical crystal ball. Yes, you can be a mansion or a yacht. Philly D. You could be a leave, Tums, Benadryl, or Tylenol. Please don't go on a mindless shopping spree. This is a spitball, a stone wall, or a pitfall. You could be a CEO, teacher, scholar, VIP. You could be the Statue of Liberty or the Taj Mahal. You could be whatever you want in the land of kind of free. You are what you apply, manage, and install. You could be an ant, a spider, a butterfly, or a queen bee. You could be Saul, Squaw, Paula, or Paul. No, but you're doing it now. It's called poetry. Poetry can be scribbles, carvings, or graffiti on the wall. You're what you can be. It's not under lock and key. You could be the sun, a cloud, a storm, or a parasol. You don't need a college degree. Take it from me. Thank you. My last one is called No Adulting. Woo! Excuse me. Not trying to go to space, not trying to decorate your face, not trying to be a dinosaur, not trying to stomp and roar, not trying to act strange, not trying to be labeled strange or deranged, not trying to be, sorry, not trying to daydream, not trying to think of being steam. It's a crime, I'm not going to lie. No imagination, I want to cry. We need to break the glass ceiling. We need to think outside the box. We need to use more feelings. We're reeling. We need to start playing with rocks. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm trying to say. We need more imaginative curiosity. Life isn't covered in white and gray. It's not one gigantic spewing travesty. Get lost in colors or in the stars. Grasp the powers of imagination. Let's go here, there, and far. Think of it as a stress-free vacation. What would everybody think of me? Are you that obsessed with fitting in? Please take the advice from my poetry, which is to be like the blue sea, my friend. What does that mean, you might ask? You're thinking too much for my hunch. It's not a wild, complex, mundane task. Think a bunch, but use an imaginative touch. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ed. And hey, man, you know the drill. Where can the fine people follow and support you online?
Well, you can follow me and support me online while coming to this wonderful Zoom open mic that makes our money light sizzle light in the wonderful, fantastic spotlight. All right. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman, but I'll be there with plenty words to share. So please be here, there, and everywhere. But if you okay, sorry, a little brain fog. Okay, I'm sorry. Never oh crap. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Remember that you're more important than you ever know. Don't stop your glow. If you don't know, now you know. I love this show. And remember, life is not a contest, and never stop being and doing your best.
Yeah, thank you, Ed.
You're
All right.
welcome.
I was a little late. I was responding to the kit there in the messages in the thread there. Okay, I don't think Luis made it, so I'm gonna go ahead and okay, yeah. So online mic, hey, we're here every Monday. If you just didn't have a chance to make it today, that's cool. One of the best way to kind of get the sign up sheet is to check us out on our LinkedIn. No, it's not our LinkedIn, our Linktree. Sorry. That's crazy. Board Association. Check out our link tree. You can subscribe to it. And if you are a subscriber, we send out a little email blast somewhere between Sunday night and Monday before the show. How you can sign up. It's the form for that week. All right, but we're going to go ahead and call in our closer, man who usually closes out the shows. He's been here since our very first shows, and you can usually catch him at all sorts of events throughout the city, including our open mics. Without further ado, it is Dan the Man. Dan, what's up? I don't think we're getting audio from you, Dan.
Mute and unmute real quick.
No, nothing.
Maybe you could do the box for him to click, Richie.
Well, he's off mute. It's nothing's coming out. Like, his sound's on, but nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's muted.
Yeah, now it's muted. Okay, try unmuting now. Check, check, mic check. Dan the Man with the mic check. I mean, the age-old solution of signing out and then signing back in. I feel like that's always yeah. I'm pretty low on bandwidth too, so okay, I'm gonna switch out and see if maybe he'll try and get back in. And while he does, I'll stall a little bit. Here's a piece called "We Meant to Watch the Meteors." We drove out to Waco Tanks, where the city finally loosened its grip, and the dark could keep a secret. Reclined the seats, windows cracked for desert air, sharing half-remembered stories. Every now and then, meteors stitched silver through the black, and we whispered in awe at these cosmic fireflies. You pointed upward, like naming old ancestors. I remember wanting to stay awake for every falling fire, to witness each brief burning as if the sky was writing to us. But night has its own gravity. At some hour between one more wish and one more almost kiss, sleep folded over us. And there we were, two pilgrims of accident curled inside a parked car, under a cathedral of cold stars, missing the rest of the meteor shower because dreaming took us first. Then morning. Sunlight spilled through the windshield, gold as revelation. We woke, warm-faced, laughing, crease marks from the seats on our skin, the world bright with that stunned feeling of having crossed somewhere unknowingly. And I remember thinking, maybe wonder is not always catching every streak of light. Maybe sometimes it's falling asleep beside someone while the universe keeps singing. Maybe it's waking with dawn on your hands and realizing you spent the night held by both the galaxy and silence is shared. We came for meteors, but what stayed with me was morning in that car, your hair lit up by sunrise, and how love sometimes arrives looking less like fireworks and more like two people waking slowly inside borrowed light. We meant to watch meteors. Okay. All right, Dan, let's try this. Round two. How you doing, Dan? How's your night going?
You still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Finally. Yeah. All right. As we know, today is Pride Month, where with no need to hide, we can always decide to turn the tide on turn the tide on the pride. We always say the love has the guide inside, and we celebrate the LGBTQ community nationwide, worldwide. Yep, it's time. It's time we not divide, but not time we get alongside, but not divide. But we must unite when Pride Month. Yep. We always say it's always about love. Well, we can always reach for the stars above. Like like always, the heart is full of love, and it's a gift from heaven above. Well, you think that true love could fit like a glove, but don't test the love, or you don't want to get that shove, or the wings like the wings of the dove, or things like a turtle dove. Yeah. So even though we have we always have the hug. We have there's no all we have to do is love enough, just enough to get a hug, or sometimes reach the stars above. So, yep. So June is Pride Month. So we honor the LGBTQ community, and yep, nationwide and worldwide. Yep. Besides, since we're already on Pride Month, we have more coming. We have more coming in, like the Pride Day, which was when was Pride Day? Hold on. Hmm. Hmm. I'll look for the exact date of Pride Day, but oh, hmm. Okay. But even though it's still Pride Month, though. But anyway, but we're still looking on January June 6th D-Day, which would be the birthday of Richie. We should also 14th Flag Day, and yeah. But we always have the 21st Father's Day, like my dad, God rest his soul, and 2 days before my birthday, 43rd birthday. Hmm. But even though oh yeah, and I forgot, Friday, June 19th is the Juneteenth. Yep. And we always say it's always on the 6th month of the year. And towards the end of the month, we are about halfway through the year of 2026. Never fear, the 2026 is halfway through the year. Never fear. Yeah, that's almost the halfway is almost near. Okay. All right. Now for the sight of light. And last Saturday we had a perfect fight night. Yeah, way to go, Stephanie Hahn. She won the fight. She's still winning the night. Yeah. All right, Richie, let's go ahead and call it a night.
All right. Thanks for the commentary and all the updates, Dan. Freestyle, didn't even use the rhyming dictionary. You got it all in your head now. Yeah, you said it was a perfect fight, but I heard it was kind of controversial too. But
Well,
hey, just we'll
whoa,
keep
what did
that
I
for an
say?
after party, okay? So I want to thank everyone who signed up to read today, who got to do their thing, play some music, share some poetry, some writing. Again, this is online every Monday, so if you guys want to participate, all you have to do is sign up. Otherwise, hope to see you live in person. Um, we're always looking for volunteers for our live events, especially people who might want to take photos or videos. Sorry, I should have had some water before this outro. But yeah, thanks guys for everything, and yeah, I'll see you around. See you at the next one. My name's Rich.